Butter is arguably one of the greatest ingredients of all time, period. And it only takes one ingredient and a fruit processor to make it. So, well, I must admit, freshly made butter is a bit excessive, but there is a positive to this. It's very easy to make, and homemade butter tastes way different to any butter you buy in the store, unless you're buying the quality, expensive kind, because it's very difficult to get that fresh butter flavour. So without further ado, let's make this, shall we? So guys, in a food processor, pour in 600 milliliters of double cream. This will produce about 240 grams of homemade butter. Now you're going to start to process the double cream. It will first come to a consistency of whipped cream, then continue to process it until the double cream splits into butter and buttermilk. Now the next step, you're going to strain it through a mesh colander that's been lined with a butter muslin and let it sit to allow the buttermilk to drain out. And then to make sure all the buttermilk is being released, squeeze the butter muslin tightly to release as much buttermilk as possible. By the way, don't throw the buttermilk away. You can use it to make really good buttermilk pancakes and buttermilk fried chicken. That is my favourite. But guys, the list goes on. You can use buttermilk in a lot of different ways, and it will last in the fridge for up to 2 to 3 days. Now transfer the butter into a clean large bowl. And now you're going to get yourself a spatula or a wooden spoon and press it up against the side of the bowl to slowly get rid of any excess buttermilk. You want to get rid of this stuff. This stuff will make your butter get really sour further down the road, and it'll make it go off a lot faster too. So to do this, you want to fill your bowl up with some cold water and continue to press the butter against the side of the bowl using a spatula or wooden spoon. At the start, you'll first notice a cloudy substance in the water. That's a sign that there's still some buttermilk needing to be released from your butter. And just repeat this whole expelling process, drain off the liquid, filling it back up with some cold water, and do that another 2 to 3 more times until the water turns nice and clear. That's when you know you're finished. When you're draining it, don't worry too much about the butter falling out of the bowl, because the butter should be nice and stuck and compact to the side of the bowl. Now you're just going to do this one last time, pressing the butter against the side of the bowl to get rid of any water that's been accumulating throughout this whole process. But of course, if you wanted to salt your butter, you can totally add a pinch or two of salt and just fold that in, but I prefer mine plain. Now that's it, you made butter. All you need to do now is to shape it. Just cut yourself a strip of non-stick parchment paper or wax paper and shape your butter into a nice neat rectangle or square, or really any shape you want really, it's up to you. So then once you shape your butter into a nice shape, you just wrap the butter up in your non-stick parchment paper and store it in the fridge until you need it. I would show you what you can serve your butter on, but I'm assuming you got a good firm grasp on that. Well, at least I hope you do. But one thing I would recommend is simply serving this butter on literally anything that just needs a simple smearing of good quality butter. Or it just has butter as its pronounced flavour, because this is a tasty one. Well, that's it guys, that is how you make homemade butter. I respect majority of you guys will not be making homemade butter at home. It is a bit excessive, I admit that. But I just wanted to show you how easy it can be to make homemade butter at home. But there's nothing more rewarding than if you make some homemade bread and then spreading on a nice generous slab of your homemade butter. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video and you learned something, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week with another video. Take care.